So I'm here to talk to you about a choice tree. So this choice tree is one of the toolbox of the Solagua project. So the Solagua project will be detailed further in the day by his leader who is Magali Gerino. So this choice tree takes place in the framework of the question, okay, I have a water, I have probably reuse to do, and what can be, I have usage, I have needs. How can I go from this raw water or maybe treated water to the usage and the right quality of the water? And the choice tree intend to answer to the technical, only to the technical question. So the work has been done in between my lab and the CRBE and the Solidaridad Fundación, who are all partners of Solagua. So next one, please. So the transition toward widespread water reuse in agriculture is hindered by three primary types of barriers that have been identified in the Solagua project. The first one is the technical complexity, because stakeholders struggle to choose between conventional gray processes and nature-based solutions, for example, lagooning. And this choice is involves balancing water quality, available surface area, climatic conditions, and so on and so on. There is also regulatory fragmentation. So we have a European regulation, but its transposition between Spain, Portugal, and France is not exactly the same. Finally, we have also pointed out social cognitive barriers in Solagua. As behind the water reuse, as you all know, it exists a lack of technical knowledge combined with a high perception of health risk, and often prevents farmer and the local authority to implement reuse. So we can see this choice tree as an innovative boundary object. What is its process? So as I said at the beginning, we are in a situation where we may have a raw water or a still treated water, and we want to know how to go to the water fit for my purpose. So for that, we have several questions, such as the first one is the wastewater already treated? If it is, does the water go through a wastewater treatment plant, yes or no? If no, it is probably a personal, individual treatment. So do you have a sanitation? If the water is still treated by a plant, does this water require meet the main qualities? If the water is not wastewater, what type of water could it be? Rainwater or maybe domestic water, but with again in an individual conception. And following this question, there is a list. This first question, there is a list of more technical questions that lead to an offer or panel of solutions, which are in the orange part. So next one, please. So to go through the question that not appeared in the previous slide, there is some required parameters to know, and depending on the awareness of the user of this choice tree, they could not know them. So we have made, I present here just a general list of these parameters. So the first ones depends on the water type and the treatment level. For example, rainwater or domestic water, the water is it still treated? Then usually we go through a first treatment, and in that case we need to know fats, suspended solid, turbidity, pH, such physicochemical parameters. And for the second treatment, we go to the nutrients, so nitrogen, phosphorus, carbon through COD or BOD. And probably we will need, due to the regulation, a third treatment to reach the water quality. And this third treatment needs to know the remaining types of pollutants, which are organic and micropollutants, emerging chemicals, or microbiological, as this has been still described in previous presentation. And then the last treatment is a disinfection treatment, if organic matter is remaining or not. Next one, please. So this is more or less the shape of our choice tree. It follows quite logically the steps of the treatment. So the first treatment, the secondary treatment, the tertiary treatment, and the disinfection. And in order to go from the first to the second to the third, there is several matrices. I will describe them quite roughly after that. So how? No, not yet. So how do we proceed to build this choice tree? It takes a long time because first, because we wanted to develop it quite closely to the future applicants. So it has been developed in a living lab approach as an open innovation system centered on the real world and experimentation with stakeholders involved in the co-construction. So the first version was ready after the first training in 2024. It was a technical flowchart based on a systematic bibliographic review of 17 technologies and 17 technologies. Then a second internship in 2025 transformed this technical flowchart in an algorithmic formalization of the logic into a Python script, and then to an interactive HTML interface. But this second trainee has also leaned on interview of several farmers. Yes, next please. So I will detail that further. So I come back on the matrices. So for the first treatment, we have 6 matrices, which determines the amount of pollutant retained after the first treatment. And this is useful for determining the compliance and the more accurately matrix for the second step. So this second step, which is the main one, is lean on 75 matrices. It was really, I'm quite admirative for this work for the student. 76 matrices, depending on the initial water quality, the level of treatment, the secondary treatment chosen, the country, the end use, and so on. So these matrices have been based on the bibliography and also on a first deliverable of the Solagua project that had been mentioned, reporting all the technologies available. We have no matrix for the tertiary treatment because this tertiary treatment needs to go to the required quality. Next one. So this is the type of matrix that have been implemented. The first column is the pollutant. The second column has to be or will be completed through the HTML version, automatically completed. We have then, through the bibliography, put a known average removal percentage. The matrix calculates the results and compare it to the regulatory threshold to lead to a confirmation of an accordance to the regulation or not. And this is resent to the interface. I will show it after. Next one. So this is finally in more detail, but you cannot see them. I know that in more details how the choice tree is built and his skeleton. Yes, next. In order to, sometimes, so due to the knowledge of the people who could use this choice tree, some parameters could be not available or not known because not analyzed or just not known because an agriculture, for example, doesn't know the quantity of bacteria in its water, for example. So we have on this slide, we have a small table with the average value in order for the user to be able to go on in the tree branches. and we will have soon a more complete than this one that has been made by another student. Next one. So this is an example of the results of this choice tree. I want to insist on the fact that there is not one solution, and we really want to propose several solutions, and for these several solutions, other criteria will come and complete and help to the decision, and you guess them because you are aware of that. It can be the price, the distance to the crops, the life cycle analysis of the system, for example, and things like that. So this is what the type of screen resent by the interface. Yes, so next one. And then to conclude, I wanted to gather the limitation of the choice tree for the moment. So of course we have a sampling base because we have built it mainly based on interview with French farmers. And we have not integrated the urban dwelling patterns of the Spanish and the Portuguese farmer. Economic indicators, so as I said, are also lacking, especially CAPEX and OPEX for the technologies. And the question of the expertise of the people who are using the tree. Even if it is simplified, the tool is currently benefits from guided use by agricultural advisors or technicians rather than completely independent use by farmers. I will finish with the positive points. So this choice tree is not merely a technical calculator, but also a boundary object designed to democratize access to water reuse technologies. By placing nature-based solutions on an equal footing with conventional systems and automating complex regulatory compliance, it provides a structured path for the agricultural transition toward a circular economy. And finally, as it moves towards full hosting on the Solago interactive platform, it will serve as a lever for building territorial water resilience across Southern Europe. Next one. So, if you want to have more detail on this tree, because I don't have the time in the slot, you can go to this website and ask for detail. And I hope I hope soon that the tool will be really available online. And I thank all the people who have participated to this part of the project.